Hello and welcome to another BWhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Austin Dillon's Bass Pro Shops Richmond win from 2024. As always, take a look at the box. Once again, you have the generic 2024 race winning box. Got Lionel Racing race version winner sticker, 2024 race winner. Got to render the car right there, RCR, standard finish, 2024. Made a total of 672 of these things. NASCAR Cup Series, standard finish. Same stuff on the back of the box. Register your car at Lionel Garage, and you, of course, have copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. This was a brand new paint scheme for this race that then came back as his primary in 2025 and has been dubbed the terrorism paint scheme by the internet for obvious reasons. Now, you're probably wondering why I have this. Didn't I say that I was never going to buy this car? You are correct. I didn't buy this car. This was sent to me by a friend for Christmas because he just wanted me to make a nice rant review of it because, you know, that's the only way I'm going to review this car is to rant about this bullshit win. But I think we'll save most of that for the end of the video. Why don't we try to review it normally for now? Of course, this comes with a few things. You have your race-winning stat card. And you have your race-winning sticker. But anyways, let's do a quick 360 of the car. Said it is a nice paint scheme. I will give it that. Said before all the bullshit happened, I was going to get this car. Like when Austin Dillon was finally going to win a race normally in a cool new paint scheme without anything wrong with it. Well, apparently he might have stolen setups from Joe Gibbs Racing or something. I don't know whatever came of that, but it was like came out last year, or was it early this year, that like RCR was like paying off a Joe Gibbs Racing employee to like feed them setups and information and such. I don't know whatever happened with that. But anyways, it's still a nice paint scheme. It was interesting to see Austin Dillon actually like finally going to get his first like truly legitimate win with no bullshit involved, no strategy, like gambles. Because like all of Austin Dillon wins have had something weird about them up until this race. It was looking like. And then, of course, this turned out to be his most bullshit win of all of them. Luckily, finally, in 2025 at Richmond, he again had a brand new paint scheme for the race. He was again fast, and he finally did win a race with absolutely no bullshit involved. So maybe I can actually buy that diecast. I don't know. That one's a nice paint scheme too. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Johnny Morris Bass Pro Shops. Got Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, number 3, and RCR. Got Bass Pro Shops Hunting Sale down the side. Got Dow Chemicals, Get Bioethanol, Brestree, and Boot Barn around the bottom. Got Huck Fishing and Toys for Tots on the C post. And on the B post, you have Chevrolet, Lucas Oil, Sherwin-Williams, PTC, Comatic, E-Z-GO, and Coca-Cola. Austin Dillon's name, logo, American flag, and the Instagram logo on the name rail. This does have the red tires. This was one of the few races we actually got the option tire thing, but for some reason the left rear tire is just yellow. Didn't you have to, like, change both of the tires on the same side? Wasn't that a rule, or do they not care by this point? Because why, like, 3 of the tires are red on this, and then this one's yellow. Which is accurate, but I'm curious how that was okay, but I don't know. Anyways, on the back, you got Bass Pro Shops Fall Hunting Classic. Got Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, number 3, and Okuma. Got Fall Hunting Classic, again, on the deck lid, as well as BassProShops.com on the roof. This is number 211. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. So used to have a Chevy bow tie, nothing else. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Deck lid doesn't open, roof flaps of course do open, and there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. But now let's get down to damage and such. It is a camo car, so you can't really see a lot of the damage. You see you do have the cup confetti that Cookout uses for all their races. That's always nice to see. I like when companies actually have their unique confetti because it doesn't seem to happen as often anymore. Does Texas still do the Texas-shaped confetti? I don't remember. But Cookout for all their races does use this confetti, which is nice to see. You see one of the most noticeable details of this car is all of the milkshake on the car. They sprayed vanilla milkshake all over the car when Austin Dillon came into victory lane. And you can see it's down the windshield, down the roof, all the way down the hood, in that little like hood scoop area. There's even some down the back of the car. They did that exact same thing for the 2025 one, so that one will also have, you know, Butter's creamy goo on it. Anyways, you got a few more marks and stuff. You see the right front tire is pretty marked up. Interesting that it's yellow. Anyways, got some more dirt and grime and such around the side. You got a little bit of a mark right here where he rubbed the wall at some point during the race. You see the spoiler is covered in a lot of dirt and rubber buildup and all that stuff. I always love when the spoilers are dirty. Left rear is, again, a little bit marked up from when he was getting, side drafted or whatever. A few little marks and stuff. Some more milkshake down the side. Surprised the left front's as clean as it is, because it should be a hit from, certain somebody that he destroyed. And that's about it for damage and such. Really, a lot of the Cookout 400 wins have been having that milkshake thing. Not all of them, but most of them. Like this one had it. The Chase Briscoe win had it. I think there's even more of it on the Austin Dillon 2025 win. Was Cookout still the sponsor of the Southern 500 this year? I don't remember if there was any on Chase Briscoe's Bass Pro Shops win this year. But yeah, if for some reason you don't know, I don't know how you couldn't know, but this race turned out to be one of the most controversial races of all time because of how it finished. Austin Dillon, finally was going to win a race on speed, on skill, everything was fine. Then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. decided to have a pissing match with somebody for 25th place. I think it was Ryan Preece or somebody. He just spun Ryan Preece in front of Austin Dillon with a couple laps left. So yeah, late race caution, late race restart, and Austin Dillon choked. Joey Logano was able to get a better restart from him, was able to pass him cleanly, and Joey Logano was going to win the race. Then apparently Austin Dillon thought it was okay to then try to murder Joey Logano. Wasn't even just a bump and run or anything. He literally, full throttle, didn't break into the corner, slammed him so hard in the back that it spun him and made Joey hit hard on the driver's side of the wall. And that still wasn't going to be enough because Denny Hamlin was just going to cleanly pass him on the inside and win instead. So he turned dead left, hooked Denny Hamlin, again, driver's side, right into the wall. And then, of course, won the race. And then afterwards acted like he did nothing wrong, was holding his baby, thanking God for the victory, which I'm very glad Logano actually called out in his interview. That, I don't care what religion you're a part of. I don't think God was helping you with that one, Chief. And he was probably only holding his baby, so none of the other drivers came up and punched him right in the face, because he deserved it. But it was just that is the most bullshit win in NASCAR history right there. And every single person, Joey called it chicken shit. Bubba Wallace called it chicken shit. Which NASCAR really, all they did was they took away all the playoff stuff for it. They kind of basically did with the old school encumbered win. Where he got to keep the win, but he didn't get the money from the win, he didn't get the points from the win, and he didn't get the, it didn't lock him into the playoffs, which is good, because that was, I think, half the reason he did it. That really just shows what's wrong with the format for anyone who hates the format. I said, I don't completely hate the format, but, getting rid of the top 30 rule or whatever. Or I don't even think he might have been in the top 30. Or no, I think he was 32nd. But they really need to, if there's still going to be a playoffs with the win you're in thing, at least do top 20 or something. Because the fact that somebody in 32nd was so desperate to save their season and get their team money that they would just do something that egregious. So there's been people that have wrecked people for wins in NASCAR before, but usually it's a bump and run where they just lightly spin somebody or something. And it's usually after a battle or something. I don't remember at any time that somebody is just out of nowhere die just because somebody passed them cleanly. Usually it's at least payback or something. Because yeah, there was people that, especially that it was Logano and Hamlin, there were people after the race that were oh, it's okay, just because it's the drivers. Yeah, try doing that to Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott and see how well if there's less people that care. Because just because you hate a driver, that is not okay, ever. NASCAR should have even taken the win away. I don't know. I think Reddick would have won then, I guess. But, maybe that was why they didn't want to take the win away, because it would just open a box of, who gets the win. Is it Joey? Is it Denny? Is it Reddick? Because Reddick technically crossed the line first. Or, I guess, second. But, You know, that was just like so egregious. And especially because like there's people that act like, oh, well, Denny and Logano have done stuff like that. Like, no, they have not. Anything close to that was like one, just a bump and run from one of them. I don't think either of them have ever destroyed two cars for no reason. Especially because people, you know, would also say about Logano's Darlington win from 2022. That was not the same thing. That was payback. William Byron put Joey into the wall to get the lead, so when Joey caught him, he just gave a little bump in the, back end, and he went up and, like, bounced off the wall. It was more surprising that actually did, like, cut Byron's tires down, but he gave him a little bump, like, as a payback. That wasn't just, like, this was completely out of nowhere. Like, Denny and Joey raced him completely cleanly and fairly, and then he just decided, like, no. I said that really does show the problem. That was like, here's the biggest issue with the win you're in, that somebody was desperate enough to win that they just did something so egregious. It's so bad. And then everything, even like everyone was really stupid in the situation. You had his spotter that like after they were trying to be like, no, he didn't hook Denny Hamlin. He was just turning down away from Logano. And then like they show his spotter's audio like screaming like, wreck him, wreck him, wreck him, wreck him, wreck him. Like, yeah, that was really smart, dumbass. So then his spotter got suspended, I think, for a couple weeks. And then you have Richard Childress coming over the radio being like, Pop's proud of you. Proud of what? That was dumbass. Like, there was nothing proud. This didn't take skill. This didn't take, like, anything to be proud of. Like I said, this was probably the most bullshit, egregious win in NASCAR history. I don't think any win has ever been this bad. Like, yeah, there's people that have wrecked people for wins before, but it's usually just spinning someone out. Like, this should never be okay. You should never be able to destroy the car in front of you to win a race for no reason. Like I said, payback's one thing. If you want to get payback on somebody, that's fine. But, like, doing this wrecking people for no reason is never okay, and right rear hooking somebody into the wall is never okay. It's not even like acting like, oh, it's okay because it was a short track. Like, they still both hit, like, driver's side to the wall pretty hard. Like, I don't get the only time I've understood the, like, oh, well, the track or, like, the slow speed thing was, like, when, what was it, Austin Cindric spun Ty Dillon at Coda this year? Because, like, that was at slow speeds and, like, barely, like, Ty Dillon barely brushed the wall. So everyone acting like that was as egregious as, like, Bubba Wallace or this is, like, insane to me. Or, like, actually this year, the best example would be Austin Hill destroying Eric Amarola for, like, lightly getting him loose. I guess that runs in the family at RCR. I guess they're just okay with that. I don't know. I said it was just so bad. I don't understand it. And then even this year, when he won the race this year, he was acting like how hard it was, and like he was acting like he was somehow a victim last year because of everything that happened. Like, no, you were not. No one forced you to do that. Just don't. But whatever. Anyways, if you want this card, it's actually getting rare already, because of course it is. I said there's people that are happy with this just because of the drivers that he wrecked, which is just so asinine. You should never be okay with this, no matter how you think of any driver. Really, like, neither of the drivers ever really truly got payback either. Logano sort of did at, was it Mexico City, I think? Where, like, Austin Dillon, like, spun Joey for, like, no reason for 15th. Claimed that he got hit from behind when then they, like, you saw the video and there's no one on his bumper. And so then when Logano got back to him, Logano did spin him out into a turn, which was nice to see at least. But I don't remember if Denny ever got him back for anything, but that's kind of the weird other thing with NASCAR is, like, for some reason, like, you can do egregious stuff, but, like, if you get payback, that it's suddenly, like, not okay. Like, if either of those drivers, like, wrecked him the next week, they would have gotten in trouble. So I don't know. But like I said, this is already getting rare, so if you want one, you're going to want to get one now, or it might already be gone by the time this video comes out, because looking at this video, it's not exactly obvious, or looking at this race, it's, like, not exactly obvious that things like that would happen, but anyways, remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any over or $30. So go check it out if you want anything. But I think it's all there is to say. This has been a review of Austin Dillon's 2024 Richmond win. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.